This is a president who has actually lost money for being president of the United States. I don't remember these same type of questions being asked of my predecessor about a career politician who was clearly profiting off of this office.
Here we go again with the media. So we get good news out of the Middle East. And somehow the media tries to frame this as Donald Trump just trying to do deals in Qatar and some of the other countries like UAE over there. Karoline Leavitt was not having that either.
Given that you noted he is a successful businessman, do you know if the president has any plans to meet with any of the folks involved with any of the family businesses over there, or see any of the sites that are going to be new Trump?
Not to my knowledge, and let me just get to the premise of your question that both of you have raised. I think it's frankly ridiculous that anyone in this room would even suggest that President Trump is doing anything for his own benefit. He left a life of luxury and a life of running a very successful real estate empire for public service, not just once, but twice. And again, the American public reelected him back to this White House because they trust he acts in the best interests of our country and putting the American public first. This is a president who has actually lost money for being president of the United States. I don't remember these same type of questions being asked of my predecessor about a career politician who was clearly profiting off of this office. That is not what President Trump does, and this White House holds ourselves to the highest of ethical standards.
It just seems, the premise of the question seems pretty thin to me. Like, Trump for now weeks has been talking about getting an end to the war, getting the hostages back. He's met with hostages in the past. We're getting the American back. He's going there. So of course they're going to try to make it seem like this is like ultimately, yes, he got back into office so they can put a hotel in the UAE. It's boring and thin. I think he probably really is going because now we get the American back. That's good optics for him in America and the administration and the world, right? And then they're going to hopefully work on the other 20 hostages and then wrapping up the war. And if they wrap up the war, then maybe Saudi Arabia comes into the Abraham Accords. Mark my words, timestamp this thing. Like, I think that's probably where this is going. And then maybe some other things. And then once the Abraham Accords are strengthened, then everyone will be looking at Iran, and Iran, which no longer has Hezbollah. They've been getting the kicked out of them in Yemen. They won't have Hamas anymore. Then maybe they'll even be a little more willing to negotiate. And then we don't have to be in a military conflict with Iran too. Like, you just have to, it's just like kind of one thing at a time and just take a breath before screaming, everybody.